When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighter, the searchlight on crime and criminality. Special focus.
I'm disappointed to my son and I'm disappointed to my wife.
There's no hiding place for the criminal.
I regret knowing Kofi, I regret knowing Fine Money, I regret knowing any of them.
As society evolves, men of underworld are busy strategizing on their crafts and how to evade the long arm of the law in their nefarious activities. Thus, we are faced with reports of crime and criminality from the media on a daily basis. While many allude to poverty and bad company as factors in involvement in crime, the case was different for these suspected hoodlums paraded recently by Lagos State Police Command. Their tales of regret and confessional statements were shocking. The suspects, aptly described as a complete enterprise that specializes in ATM and bank robbery, had in their fold a welder, a self-proclaimed medical doctor, a pastor, and a musician, all playing a different role in their various operations. However, what was more shocking was the age difference of these suspects. The journalists who were gathered for the usual parade of suspected criminals at Lagos State Police Command were stunned at the weaponry of these men of underworld as they were displayed by officers. Today on Crime Fighters, we take a look at the confessional statements of the suspects.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
Conversation.
36-year-old Jonathan Inserim is a budding musician who had dreams of stardom.
I have seen her.
The father of two captivated his audience every Thursday night at the upscale boat club in Beachland Estate, Apapa. He was by no means a starving artist. So what led the young man with a promising career as a singer into the dark world of crime?
I met this guy called Kofi Confidence. He normally comes to the club where I play. They call it Boat Club at Beachland Estate, where I normally play Thursdays. So he normally comes there as a customer. On one occasion, he likes the way I sing, that he wants us to be friends. So we exchanged numbers, and that was how we became friends. So he comes around once in a while. One of those occasions, he now approached me and told me that he wants to introduce me to somebody. One chairman like that. They call him Find Money. So I said, okay, no problem. So I thought it was based on show level. So we fixed a date. We now met somewhere at Yanopaja. We sat down, had one or two bottles, and we went out to business. We started discussing. So the chairman now told me how they do it.
What business?
ATM robbery. He told me how they go about it. He said they go in as if they want to collect ATM, and they arrest the security and tie him up, and they start working. They burn the ATM machine and collect money. I was like, so that easy? He said yes. I said, you don't kill people? He said no. I said, okay, no problem. I told him, I said, you give me 2 days to think about it. So I left and went back. I thought about it. But before the meeting, he asked me some questions. He was like, what's my biggest problem? I said, my problem right now is I want to buy my musical instrument. So that was when he now told me that he can make it happen. That was when he explained everything to me. So after that day, we left. So that was how we started. They go in from 7:30. I said they want to collect ATM, and they arrest security and tie him up.
Okay, how many times have you been in court?
Twice. So as in the twice was successful. Then the last one, the Ayoba one, was an attempt that led to the killing of policemen. The part I normally play, I help them carry gas cylinder. That's the part I normally play. From the car to the ATM door. The first incident was at Zenith Bank, Malo Road, Ajagule. The chairman and his deputy, they went in, they arrested the security, 2 of them, and tied them up. So we came in and started work. I don't know how much we made as a group, but I was given 250. Second operation was at First Bank Idimo. They go in, arrest security. We only met one security there. Arrest him, tie him up. They will go in and start work.
How did they break into the machine?
We have a welder. That's his job. So the thing is, he cuts the door, the back door, as in the ATM door, and now go in and start cutting the ATM. That one they gave me 350. I bought the musical instrument. Yeah. After that, Idimo, I stopped. The reason I stopped was because Fine Money and his deputy, they are very hot-tempered. Any little thing, any little question or argument, they just tell you, I'll kill you, I'll shoot you now. So those things got me scared. After the demo, I backed out. After a while, he now called me and said he had located on that site, and this one is the final one. At this one, we're going to make good money. So I asked him where. He said Access Bank, Ayobo. We got to Ayobo. There's this bush. That's where we met. That was where we met. We kept our tools there, everything there. We met there. We assembled there about 7:30. We now waited. We waited for like 12 past 12. So him, his deputy, and one other soldier, they left. So we should wait. As a normal routine. So they should wait. That once they arrest the security, they will call us. We'll come in. So they left, and we're in the bush. We waited for like an hour. Nothing happened. I called the Fine Money himself. I said, "What's the problem?" He said they are in already, but there's no security. There's nobody there. The place is empty. So I told him, I said, "It's not possible. You should check very well." So the person that was with us, Kofi, confident. So he was like, "We should wait." He wants to go and check. So he left, and after like under 30 minutes, he came back. He said, "It's true. There's nobody there. I will shoot." All pack our things and start work. So while we were discussing, we were talking, we now heard gunshots. At first, we heard 2 gunshots. I kept quiet. So I called Fine Money again. I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "There's no problem. That all is well." So after like 20 minutes, that was when we heard real gunshots, as in like war. So we in the bush now. We took off, ran away. So I called Fine Money. I called him. Said, "What's the problem?" I was hearing gunshot. What's the problem? He said, no problem. So we ran away. So for 4 days, I called his phone. His phone was switched off. So I thought they killed him. So after it was on the 6th day, then Kofi called me and told me that Fine Money and his deputy were arrested. That same 4th day, I called him. They were arrested. They are in SARS. That they killed 2 policemen that day at Ayobo. I said, nobody told me. I'm not aware of that. Nobody told me. So everybody went their separate ways. Kofi traveled to South Africa. And I just stayed on my own, kept to myself. So after like 2 weeks, Kofi came back from South Africa. He called me that he's back from South Africa. I said, "Why?" He said his visa expires in 2 weeks' time and he's back. I said, "Okay, no problem." So that was it. I didn't hear from Kofi again. Kofi's phone, after like 4 days, 3 days, Kofi's phone too was switched off. I didn't hear from Kofi again. So I called his brother. It rang and rang. He didn't pick it. So after like the second day, he now called me again. I was like, "We should meet." And he has never said that before. He has never called me before. "We should meet." So I knew that something was wrong somewhere. So I just kept to myself. So on 31st of December 2013, a female friend called me that she wants to give me a New Year gift. I should come and collect the gift. She wants to give me that because she's traveling. I said, "Okay, no problem." So I went to her place. That was I was arrested.
We decided to visit the residence and talk to the neighbors.
I know the man well. Now hear them stay.
Who in the stay with you?
The sister, the mother, and then get one small brother. The guy be here every time. As they go Christmas, now that guy now first travel. After that guy, his sister. Their house now in the 3rd floor. I go there now, padlock the inside. No problem. The West come, sometime he go come, sometime he no they come.
Okay.
Now here they live with his sister, with his mother, but I know his sister and a doctor. That knows a doctor.
For where?
I don't know which side they work, but a doctor.
But at home, no one has a clue about the dark side of Jonathan. He is simply another hard-working resident struggling to make a better life for himself. We went back to the command with loads of questions on our mind. What on earth could have spurred this fellow into crime?
What led you into crime?
Bad friends, maybe greed to own my musical instrument so fast. There are two things. I regret buying the musical instrument. I regret knowing Kofi. I regret knowing Fine Money. I regret knowing any of them because I was living my life. I was just living my life, managing my life. No problem. Nobody. No fight. Nothing.
Gentle-looking and soft-spoken Tairu Karimu does the technical bits of cutting open ATM machines during robbery operations.
I lose my workshop 2012. So they said it out. They said the land when I did work. So to companies, they used to bid offer. So I don't have any other space to work. So from there, sharing my tools up and down. So one day I saw my friend when his name is Joe. We greet ourselves and then I can't tell him, say, my work is, I don't have any work now because I don't get shop again. So I just work out up and down. If you see any work for me, I will do. Say okay. He say, which work is that? I say, elevating. It's okay, no problem. So that was I joined this gang. I joined them April last year. So the first operation, then go to when I followed them to Egbeda First Bank. So then I caught for them there. After I caught finished, I left. After they finished, they gave me 300,000 naira.
Okay, so you own the cylinder, the cutter, and everything.
They used to buy it by themselves. So I'm the one who use for them, who use it for them. That's very good.
If you want to go for an operation, how do you enter? With all those big equipment?
I'm not the one who will carry it. Then get the person who will carry the gas.
They put the gas where? They put it down or inside the car? Or?
I will just, if they finish, they will call me. I will just make the gas there.
How do you cut the ATM?
Now from the back, with a burner, any thick plate, burner can cut it. To trim that this thing, you can take me 40 minutes. Let's say like 40 minutes.
Within that 40 minutes, does any kind of fear come to your mind that police?
The fear come to my mind. Even if I check, the cut themselves.
What happened at your board that day when the policemen were shot? Where were you?
Okay, I'm with those people for one NEPA inside the bush there. So for one NEPA inside the bush there. So that the place far to the bank. They don't already go. So they have people they communicate them for Alpha. Later, since around after 8, we don't get there. Where they don't go. We reach 12 o'clock. We hear go church. Back. This man carry motor. Take off. I knock him body say, I beg, make him carry me. The man carry me. I enter inside the motor. He dropped me for Yanapaja bus stop. So as he dropped me for Yanapaja, from there I enter house. That's why I just go. Until the day I arrest there, where I know they say they keep policemen.
300,000 naira you got from the first
give.
What did you do with it?
I pay my house rent. I use and take care of my family.
On face value, it does not fit the bill of a deadly armed robber. But who is Tairu? We decided to dig into his background. Number 1 Alaka Street is at the heart of a low-income neighborhood. We saw his father and other members of the family. Pa Karimu is visibly distraught by the development, and family members are still in shock.
Yes, he's married.
With how many kids?
3 kids.
In Bolawa?
Ìlú Èkìtì. Penal Peter ni wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ mi jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mi ò mọ iṣẹ́ mi tí wọ́n ṣe. And ní mostly to our mom as a gentle person. Wọn kì í bá wọn jà, he's a gentle person, easy going person. So as for me, mo tẹ́ mi mọ̀ ní pé iṣẹ́ Penal Peter ni wọ́n ṣe.
Burúkú káàmù ládùúgbò tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mi ò mọ̀ ń pa ìwà burúkú lára rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Èmi tí mo wà yìí èmi ò gbádùn hospital wọn wà wọ́n lè kún tó wálé ni màá tún padà. Ṣé yẹ ṣe rí a máa yinra ẹni a máa bìrẹ ẹni nǹkan yẹn lọ já sí.
We probed further on how he was arrested by the police.
I did my house that day, so I wanted to bath. I just see somebody knock bedroom door. I even thought it's my friend. I tell them I'm coming. They said no. I just see them throw the door with force and they open it. So now I said this is all policemen. So when I get there, so you can see my girlfriend. So I gonna maybe then track my girlfriend and just hold me.
Do you suspect maybe a girlfriend set you up?
I know you can set me up. I don't know.
Next time on Crime Fighters, we speak with other members of this gang, the self-proclaimed doctor and so-called pastor, both living a double life.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Police brief.
Welcome to Crime Fighters Police Brief. These are the headlines. Nigeria Police Force partners with Pakistan on counter-terrorism. POA President solicits support for families of slain officers. Details in a moment.
Police brief.
The Nigeria Police Force has announced that it will send 10 officers to Pakistan for training on counter-terrorism and insurgency. This was made known in a press release on Wednesday, signed by the Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Frank Umba. The press statement noted that IGP MD Abubakar made the announcement while receiving the Pakistani High Commissioner to Nigeria, retired Lieutenant General Mohammed Ashraf Salim, who paid him a courtesy visit at the force headquarters. He said the officers are expected to receive training in bomb diffusion and disposal, adding that Pakistani police personnel are also expected in Nigeria to participate in specialized training at the Police Intelligence Institute. In his comments, the High Commissioner noted that both countries are facing similar security challenges and commended the police management for its determination to tackle the challenges. President Police Officers' Wives Association (POA) and wife of the Inspector General of Police, Engineer Zara Bunu Abubakar, has called on government to support families of police personnel who lose their lives in the call of duty. She made the appeal on Wednesday during the commissioning of the newly built POA Secretariat, Lagos State Chapter, located at the Police Public Relations Office in Ikeja. Engineer Zara Abubakar stated that the leadership of POA is committed to empowering families of police personnel, particularly women and children.
POA leadership has developed a strategic plan aimed to realizing the vision of the association, which is to become an effective, sustainable organization that actively enhances the quality of life of women and children and serves as a recognized resource for community partnership, post-conflict rehabilitation and youth empowerment. Let me assure Your Excellency that we shall use this Secretariat to advance the aforementioned objectives and ensure that the building is properly maintained structurally and aesthetically.
Earlier, Lagos State Deputy Governor Princess Victoria Orelokpe Adefulire said the state government partnered with POA in building the Secretariat as part of efforts to empower women in the state.
We are delighted as a state government to give support and to encourage Lagosians, especially the women. And this is in fulfillment of Goal 3 of the MDG, Gender Equity and Women Empowerment, which form one of our cardinal objectives of the government of Lagos. We lay emphasis and premium to the life of our women, and we do encourage them maximally to be able to perform their dutiful responsibility by assisting their husbands and to encourage their children and give them maximum support for them to be able to develop them and prepare them for the future.
The chairperson POA Lagos State Chapter, Mrs. Rabi Manko, stated that the secretariat was named after the late wife of IGP Abubakar, Ajia Miriam Abubakar. Dignitaries at the commissioning include First Lady of Lagos State, Her Excellency Dame Abimbola Fashola, the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 2, AIG Maman Safi, and Lagos State Commissioner of Police Umar Manko. The police in Lagos have apprehended a 34-year-old man, Victor Kekong, for allegedly impersonating the Inspector General of Police. Parading the suspect at the State Command recently, Police Public Relations Officer DSP Ngozi Braid said Kekong was arrested by policemen from Area G Command Ogba during a stop-and-search operation. She revealed that several forged documents were found in the suspect, who claimed to be a fish farmer. These include a signed correspondence on the official letterhead paper of the IGP with intent to defraud a foreigner to the tune of $100,000. DSP Braid noted that the suspect also used the name of the Minister of Finance and other prominent citizens to defraud members of the public. In a related development, a 55-year-old man, Fashak Babs, who claimed to be a graphic artist, was also paraded for being in possession of fake US dollars amounting to $151,000. Police Public Relations Officer DSP Ngozi Braid said that the man was arrested after a tip-off by members of the public on the illegal business at Alade Market, Ikeja. She said that the two suspects will soon be charged to court. And on the global update, a former military officer in Maryland, United States, attached to the National Security Agency, Brian O'Callaghan, has been charged with the murder of his 3-year-old son. The boy was said to have died as a result of a skull fracture and bleeding in the brain. The father, Brian O'Callaghan, who adopted the boy months earlier from Korea, told investigators that the boy fell backward in the shower and hit his shoulder. He said he took the boy to a hospital emergency center where doctors said the child might have died out of internal bleeding in the brain and hemorrhaging in the eyes. However, police say the injuries indicated that he had been beaten and physically abused. And that is all on Crime Fighters Police Brief.
Crime Fighters, the #1 security program on television.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.